In lesson 2 here, we're going to go over some quick types of reactions. So we're going to talk about an acid with a base, acid with an active metal, and then an acid with a carbonate. So if an acid plus a base, you always get a salt and water. Now a salt could be any type of salt. NaCl is table salt. That's one example. It's a double replacement reaction. So I'm looking at this, I'm saying base, acid. I recognize the OH and the H, or you can check your table in lesson 1. But first goes with the last, and the middle two come together. Okay, so now I'm going to have NaCl plus water. You're always checking to make sure it's balanced, but that one's easy. It's balanced, ready to go. So we're always going to get first with the last. That's how you always get water. And then we have the middle two come together. Okay, so we've got water and KSO4, but I'm crisscrossing. So K2SO4 from the charge of this. And we need to make sure it's balanced. So I already put a 2 to balance the K here, but our hydrogen's a problem because we need to have 4 on this side. So I'm going to put a 2 there to make that balance. Our last one, again, the first with the last, the middle two come together. So we get water and calcium phosphate. So calcium is +2 and phosphate is -3. So we're going to have Ca3PO4 2 once I crisscross. So we're checking to make sure everything's balanced there. The problem begins again with the water. So we've got 6 hydrogen and 6 hydrogen is 12. So I need to put a 6 there. Now it's balanced. The second class of reactions that we're going to talk about are an acid with a metal. We're going to assume that they're active if I give it to you, okay? Remember earlier in the year we had the activity series of metals, so that's what I'm referring to there. But you're always going to get a salt and hydrogen gas, which is H2. So zinc's going to come in and kick out the hydrogen gas. That's how we get the H2, because it always comes in pairs. But then zinc's going to go with Cl. I would tell you what charge to use for any of the transitions. Zinc likes to make +2, so we're going to use 2 there. But checking to make sure it's balanced. I already put a 2 on this side, so we're good. Magnesium comes in, kicks out the hydrogen, so we get H2. Magnesium takes its spot, so Mg parentheses NO3 2 because magnesium is +2. We check to make sure it's balanced. There's a 2 there, so we're good, ready to roll. Okay, so that is done. Some examples with this that you would see is you'd see a lot of bubbling because of the hydrogen gas being given off. Okay, reaction of an acid with a carbonate is the last type. You get an acid and a carbonate. Remember, carbonate has a compound of CO3 with a -2 charge, so I'm looking for that. So like there it is and there it is. These are acids because they start with H. Acid plus carbonate, you're going to get 3 products. You have water, you have CO2, and you have the salt that's left over. So I'm looking at this. So what's going to happen is basically they're going to rearrange. So I'm going to get the water and the CO2 out of this part here. Okay, H2O, CO2, and the last thing is what's left. So I have NaCl as my salt. Checking to make sure it's balanced, I need a 2 in front of the NaCl. Next one, again, I get the water out of the H's and the CO3 coming together. So I'm going to have H2O, CO3, sorry, CO2 there, CO2, and MgSO4. That's +2 -2, so you just write it out like that. Check to make sure it's balanced, and it's balanced as is, so we're good to go. You would see a lot of bubbling from this as well, okay, because of the carbon dioxide being given off.